This is the story of an Aztec god, its unique home on Earth, and the reason why it may one day save your life, if we can save it from going extinct first.
This is the axolotl, a unique amphibian found only here in Lake Xochimilco. This is one of the most fertile lands in all of Mesoamerica, and is made up of a unique set of man-made islands called chinampas. Before the Spaniards arrived, this watery landscape made up most of what is now the concrete jungle of Mexico City. Legend has it that the mighty god Quetzalcoatl, who the Aztecs believe created the world, had a twin brother named Axolotl, who was meant to be sacrificed in order to keep the sun alive. Axolotl didn't want to die, so he ran away and hid by transforming himself, first into corn, then agave, and finally he fled into the water, becoming the axolotl. When Quetzalcoatl found Axolotl, he said, "Because you refuse to sacrifice yourself, you will forever stay here, until the day that the water no longer supports you. Then you will disappear from the face of the earth, alongside the human race."
That myth may not be too far from the truth. Axolotls really are godlike creatures. They not only completely regenerate their limbs and tails, they can also regenerate almost any other part of their body, from their eyes, their heart, their skin, to even parts of their brain, with full function and minimal scarring, as if it never happened. Axolotls are also one of the only mammals resistant to cancer, and this is why they are an important species in medical research. They are also bioindicators for water pollution because they're very sensitive to water quality changes. And unfortunately, this is part of the reason why they're going extinct in their natural habitat.
There are three major reasons why the axolotl is endangered: urbanization, pollution, and predation by invasive species. Mexico City is the largest city in the Americas, and urban sprawl continues to encroach on this World Heritage Site. The demands for water and land have resulted in many of these canals being drained and paved over. Xochimilco is also one of the poorest neighborhoods in Mexico City, meaning that there are a lot of illegal settlements right on the riverbanks in the protected areas. Now, these people aren't connected to the municipal wastewater system, so a lot of their contamination just ends up straight into the waterways. Finally, Xochimilco has an invasive species problem. Tilapia and carp were introduced into these waterways in the 70s by the government as a way to give the locals an extra food source. The issue is that tilapia and carp have no natural predators, and their niche overlaps with that of the axolotl. So they eat a lot of the axolotl's eggs and larvae, which have contributed to the other stressors, meaning that there aren't many axolotls left in these waterways.
So is there hope for the axolotl? Well, let's ask Gorda.
This is Gorda, and she's probably the most famous axolotl in all of Mexico. That's because she was the model for the new 50 peso bill, and this thing has actually won international awards for the prettiest piece of money.
Aquí en el museo nosotros nos dedicamos mayormente a la educación ambiental. De cuando vienen las personas, pues damos esta explicación sobre la especie, sobre las condiciones de su hábitat, la importancia que tiene la especie y pues bueno, también el cuidado de la colonia de ajolotes.
Mi organización es Tlacuache Chinampero y lo que estamos realizando hoy es restauración de chinampas prehispánicas sustentables, donde estamos creando encierros para que el ajolote ahí tenga las condiciones de poder crecer y poder reproducirse de una manera ordenada y equilibrada. La gente que viene a Xochimilco viene con el objetivo de conocer las chinampas flotantes. Y muchas veces dice, fui a conocer una chinampa flotante, anduve en una chinampa flotante. ¿Cuál? Confunden a la canoa, la trajinera, con la chinampa flotante. Le digo, no, esa es una trajinera. Mucha gente viene por conocer nuestras emblemáticas chinampas, para efectivamente estar a la altura de un turismo más consciente más participante, que realmente aprecie lo que cuesta preservar un ecosistema por la propia población del lugar.
We are currently going through a sixth mass extinction. Biodiversity loss doesn't just mean losing organisms. It also means losing the opportunity to improve our own lives through the study and application of other creatures' unique abilities. The external world is a reflection of our internal worlds. So if other organisms are starting to die out in mass numbers because they can't adapt to the rapidly changing environment, then it's only a matter of time until we follow suit. That's how that Aztec legend ended. We are all interconnected and interdependent.
Para mí siempre he dicho, la ciudad se debe de empoderar de los ecosistemas, porque para mí es el mayor poder. ¿Por qué? Pues porque estos ecosistemas sirven como sumideros de dióxido de carbono, generadores de oxígeno. Son también controladores de la temperatura ambiental, pero también generan infinidad de alimentos. Generan infinidad, en este caso, de empleos. Para mí la Chinampa no tiene precio. Es un lugar invaluable porque es el vivo testimonio de varias generaciones hasta nuestros días.
It's so important to be conscious of how the way we live our lives impacts others far beyond our own backyard. Humans as a species can be very consumptive and destructive. We radically change the environments that we live in to suit our own needs. But we also have the unique ability to create whole new environments. So if we put our minds to it and use it for good, then we can create a world where the axolotl and every other species can thrive with us.